quite small, but the CSS code is going to be big. So let's move on to the CSS code. So we are in our CSS code right now, and in the CSS code we can see that we are inside the class hero image. So first of all, what we have applied here is use the background image property. So here, as you can see that we have applied linear gradient here. And then we have this URL of the image. So what linear gradient is basically, if you can see that this image is not of the exact same color as it was before. It has a reddish shade in it, in the background, and that is because of this linear gradient property which we applied. RGB are just color values. So because of this, the image has a more of a reddish shade, because as you can see, RGBA stands for the colors, though here R is more, as you can see. So our image has got a reddish shade here. Next here is the URL of the image. Then we have specified its height, background position, and all the properties. Then next we are here in the class for hero text. As you can see, again I have used Google font here, font family. Then this is a very interesting thing which I have used. I have used text shadow here. As you can see, there is a text shadow for both our text, our main title here, as well as the tagline. So this is a very interesting thing. You can use it as well, text shadow. It is available as a property of CSS. Then after that, these are quite basic properties, like I have kept the text alignment to center, position to absolute, color to white, and then this is a very interesting property of animation. So as you can see, in front of animation I have written animate 0.6s is in and out, infinite, alternate. So to understand this, let me show you our main website. So if you see in our main website, we have this glowing effect or animation which we have in. So this is the main code behind it. This is the animation property of CSS. So here I have written animate 0.6 seconds. So for any time, like you can set it for 1 second, 0.5, 2 seconds as per your need. Then for this glowing effect, I have set this as is in and out. This is basically for the glowing effect. I have set this to infinite because we want this to be continuously glowing, because as you can see, it is continuously glowing. So if I had written a number like 3 or 4, it would have just glowed 3 or 4 times and then stop glowing. And this alternate is because obviously we want alternate glowing. Then this is again for the next part of the animate function. So let me uncomment this and save this. And now you can see that inside our website, our text will start getting a glowing effect. So let's understand the code for this. So when, as you can see, what is actually happening in this glowing effect is that it is continuously changing its text shadow. So this is basically change of text shadow from this to this. So as you can see, from this text shadow to this text shadow, it is continuously changing in a time frame of 0.6 second, and that's why it is feeling like it is glowing. So this is basically a property of CSS text shadow. You can easily see it, and this is, as you can see, this is the color for that. So hash 000 is color for black, hash FFF is the color for white. So you can add any other color. Say for example, if I want to add if I don't remember color codes, I can add normal color like just gold. Save this, and you can see that it has a golden effect now. So similarly, you can add different colors as per your wants. We will just keep it to hash 000 this one, which is the color code for black. So now let's move on to our next part. Uncomment this and save this. So after saving this, you could see that our buttons are now appearing different. So that code was basically for the styling of our buttons, wherein we style their borders, their colors, their displays, In buttons as well, I have kept a transition of 1 second. So as you can see, as we take our mouse over the buttons, it is changing its color from white to black. So this is a very nice effect in CSS which you can use as well. So after this, we are done with the styling of our hero image. Now next move on to another important part, that is the styling of our menu parts. So let's save this and reload our web page. So as you can see that the text has not yet appeared in the way we wanted, but still the cards have been styled in a very good way. So now let's go to our HTML code first and understand the basic structure of these cards. So again, just like anything, first of all we need to have a title for this. So I have given this title as choose here. I have written it in the center. So here I have used center tag. So when you use center tag, the text that you use inside the center tag appears in the center. It's quite usual. Then here I have created this class menu text. So the reason why I have created this class menu text is because I wanted to style this specifically for by using a specific color and specific font size. So in order to do that, I have created a special class for this as well. Now next, let's move on to our next class, division, that is this is empty, which I have created. So this class again I have created because for the styling of the font inside our cards. So for that I have created this class as empty. Next we have created this division class as row. So the reason why we have created this row is because um, to display our cards, what we first of all need is a row. So for a row, we have created this division as row, and inside this row division, we have created two divisions as columns. So we have two cards here. So we have inside one row class, we have created two column classes. So that was then next after the column class, we have the card class, the division for card class in both the cases. Here, as you can see that both have exactly the same code and same logic. It's just that they have different inputs. So I basically wrote the code once and then just copied it with different inputs here. So if you understand this, this is just the same. So here in I have the class as class card and I have written the title in center. I have written it as inside the h3 tag. I have written my title here which I wanted to appear. So this South Indian which I have written as the title is basically what is appearing on the top. Then I have given just basic styling like a background color, width, etc. Then next we have inside our p tag. So this p tag is basically if we want to just normally write something. Then for that we usually use p tag for basic text writing. Um, After that we have used here just a font size of 30 px we have given, and we have just used br tags in between and written down the entire menu. So br tag is actually an empty tag that, as we all know, it doesn't have any closing tag. All it does is to push our cursor to the next line. So yes, after that I have created another class, as you can see, division class cover, and inside that cover I have created another class as front. So because as we know that for card we actually have three interfaces here. First one being the card. So the card is actually just the inner interface which you are seeing, and the cover is the outer, and the cover is again divided into two parts, that is front and back. So this is how we have styled this. So inside the cover class I have two classes again, front and back. Now inside the front class we have to add an image. As you can see there is an image here on top of this, and uh, there is an image here on top of this and a normal heading text. So we have added an image here and the text and some basic styling here. That's the same thing which we have followed here. So that's it, like that was just basics of menu card. but for the actual styling of this, we need to go to the CSS code.